Get in here.
Swish and swipe. I'm swishing, I'm swiping, but you won't even be grabbing, cause I'm blessing my house today. I really dig it, I get it. It only takes a minute to keep my house looking this way. And you should see me move when I'm getting in the groove. With a can-do attitude, oh, I fly so high. When I'm swishing and swiping, no, you won't hear me rapping, cause I'm blessing my house today. That's right. I've made it a habit, there's nothing hard about it. Just 15 minutes a day. I'm cleaning and cleaning, I do my quick routines, and I'll soon be able to play. And you should see me smile when I'm sprucing up this title. Only takes a little while and I'm done. And it's fun when I'm swishing and swiping. No, you won't hear me rapping, cause I'm blessing my house today. Here we go now.
Okay, here we go now. Okay, folks. Please share our videos. I'm going to count it down. Let's all do it together. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Share our videos. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you, because Facebook has throttled us. Yep, they're not letting people know when we're coming on. They're just keeping it all to themselves. I don't know why they're doing that, but they're doing Leanne the same way, and it's not fun. And YouTube is taking forever to upload our messages, and sometimes it's evening time before it all gets done. So I'm just not real happy with stuff right now. I don't know why, but Leanne's an independent voter. I'm a conservative voter. My hair is COVID hair, yeah. And all I did was put a blow dryer to it this morning, a blow wand. Thank you very much for noticing. Anyway, I put on some lipstick too. But here's what I want to talk to you about today. It's Plan and Play Day. And last night, it got down to 30-something degrees, 34, I think, at our house. And we had to turn the heat on before we went to bed. And this morning, my eyes are puffy. Look at my eyes. They're puffy. And they're puffy because we turned the heat on. We didn't want to freeze to death, so we turned the heat on. And when you turn your heat on, it dries out your sinuses, unless you have a humidifier set up. So I have a big pot of water on boiling right this minute. It's getting started while I'm on the show. I've got a timer set to remember to fill it up regularly, and I'm gonna boil water on my stove today, but don't let it boil dry. I've got a big kettle that I use, and we need moisture in our homes to keep our sinuses from getting irritated and dried out. Because when you get your sinuses dried out, that's when you get sick. So when you get a sinus infection in 2 weeks or in a week, it's because you didn't humidify your home, the moisture in your home. So get humidity going. I don't want you to get sick. I really don't want you to get sick. We need to stay as healthy as possible. And when your sinuses are raw and irritated, that's when you catch diseases. Yeah, that's when you catch diseases. You can catch anything. So don't get a sinus infection. Get the humidity going in your house. Get a humidifier going. I've got one right here. I need to get it plugged in. I unplugged it earlier. Where is it? Uh-oh. It's an avalanche. It is plugged in. Okay. I just need to get some distilled water in here. That's all I need to do. And I'll get my little humidifier going that I like to use because it puts some light out. I have an Energizer bunny. Yep, right there. Okay, what else are we going to talk about? Today is Register to Vote Day. So if you haven't registered to vote, today's the day to do it. Oh, the avalanche is still happening. Okay, so Facebook has a great way to get registered to vote. They will link you to your local office on how to get registered. You can do it. You can, yeah, that's ragweed season too, y'all. Ragweed is out there. And guess what? Guess what? We're going to get this done. Finally, the Democrats and the Republicans agree on one thing. And you're not going to believe this. They agree on one thing. And at this point, I don't care who you are. If we're all agreeing that this election is the most important election in our lifetime. Right now, in my 64 years, it's the most important election in our lifetime. Both sides are agreeing on that. I heard AOC mention it yesterday. Go vote. But vote your conscience. Vote what you think is right for you and your family. That's what you got to do. I'm standing up for the children. For the children. The born and the unborn. I'm standing up for the children that don't have a voice. They can't vote. Nope. So, when both sides agree that this is the most important election, wow. That's really something. Let's see. What else are we going to talk? Plan and Play Day. What's for dinner tonight? Do you know what you're cooking for dinner? Robert's gone to the grocery store, and he is going to get us a nice, juicy beef roast. That's what I'm craving. First day of fall, that's today, and I'm going to cook a big pot of beef roast. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. With carrots and potatoes and cabbage. I love wedges of cabbage put on top of my beef roast as it's cooking. I love to do that. And I've listed in our YouTube page, I tell you how to make gravy that makes the most amazing beef roast you've ever had. And it's one of our YouTube, I have taught you how to make a beef roast. Yep, I've done it. So everybody, start thinking about what's for dinner right now, because when you think about what's for dinner right now, you're not rushing around at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Vicky's making a pork roast. You don't get much better than a pork roast, because you know what you can do with leftover pork roast? You can make barbecue. You can have barbecue sandwiches. You can have pork tacos. There's just so much stuff you can make with the shredded pork roast and beef roast too. So this is going to be the most important election, and it's in, 43 days? I hadn't counted it down, but just know. Make your plan to go vote. Make your plan to go vote. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to vote the day of the election. I'm not going to vote early. My polling place is just around the corner from our house. And that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go very early in the morning, and I'm going to be back on here with my little lapel sticker that says I voted, because I want to make sure my vote counts. I don't want it to get lost in the mail. I don't want, I don't want to take the chance on things messing up early voting. I'm going to vote the day of. Yep. And then I'm going to stay up all night and watch election returns all over the country. That's the only reason it's not the only reason I subscribe to the New York Times. They do have the most amazing election results by precinct, and I have enjoyed watching them. But the reason we subscribe to the New York Times, other than it being fake news, is that I can get Robert's crossword puzzles. He loves his crossword puzzles. So I print them out. I have an alarm set up. To print his out at midnight on Friday night, Saturday morning, and on Saturday night, Sunday morning, I have this alarm set up. So he gets up to his crossword puzzle, and he loves his crossword puzzle. So get some, and I like the election returns. So we have dual thing. It's like $6 a month, and it's worth it to make my husband happy and to make me happy on election night. So I've been staying up on election night since 2000. 2000. We voted early in 2000, and we went on a driving vacation. Well, we took a train to Boston. And then we got off the train and we rented a car, and then we drove up into New England. We went to Maine and we went to Vermont. In fact, we were in Vermont on election night in 2000, and there was not an election. There was not a winner. And it took another month before we had a winner in the election. It had to go to the Supreme Court. And that's why I think it's so important that we have a full Supreme Court. That's my feelings, because you never know what's going to happen with the election. Anyway, y'all, get some moisture going in your house. You're going to feel better when you do. And if you're doing an absentee ballot, I think absentee ballots are wonderful. My neighbor has to have an absentee ballot. She can't really go to the voting place because she could, and I told her we have curbside voting. They can bring the voting tablet out to her. But she usually votes absentee, and there's a lot of little steps you have to go through. So let's read those directions. We're not good at reading directions, y'all. That's why a lot of the votes get thrown out, because somebody hasn't read the directions. If you're going to vote absentee, please read the directions so your vote counts. Because even one little thing can make it be off. Yeah, your signature has to be on there, all your identification. So look at your state, and I want your vote to count, whatever it is. I'm going to be at the voting precinct in person too. Robert's going to early vote. He's going to go to our early vote. They're taking over our old Kmart and turning it into voting. But I'm going to go in person the day of, because it makes me happy. It does. So figure out where you're going to vote and all this stuff. Do it. This is National Voting Day. This is National Get Registered to Vote Day. And you can use Facebook to do that, because at the top of the Facebook page, it'll link you directly to your election commission. Yep. Well, folks, it's Plan and Play Day. Take care of some stuff. Planning your menus now. Some people are using our little calendar just for their menu planning. You know, isn't this a cool way to do it? They're using the little calendar. They said it doesn't take up a whole lot of space on their refrigerator, and they have enough room here to plan their menus. Now, they still use the big calendar for their family activities. And yeah, we may not have as many as we have had, but guess what? We still got lots of things we're doing because a lot of them are virtual. And you got to keep things. If you got several children in the house, you're juggling the computer. Anyway, use coupon code CLEAN25 to save 25% on your calendars and feather dusters and other things that are not deeply discounted. And somebody's saying if you've moved, you need to re-register in your precinct, because then if you go vote and you're not in that precinct, it's going to be a provisional vote. So if you've moved, you need to change your voter registration to that precinct. This is all important stuff. It really is. This is why voting records need to be cleansed every once in a while to get people that have passed away off of there, to get people that have moved to new states and hadn't voted in that precinct in forever. So we purge our voting rolls every 10 years. Yep. So know where you've got to vote. You can look it up. It tells you on your local election. I did mine the other day. I told Leanne I did mine. And she went in and she did hers, and she printed it out and she's mailed it in. She's registered to vote in this county. So y'all, get some stuff done today. Plan for next week. It's going to save you a lot of money, a lot of time. Knowing what's for dinner is going to free your heart up so that you can get things in the crock pot, get it done, and get on with whatever you do during the day. Well, I love you all, and I will talk to you. I'm getting a new repeater to put in this room, and hopefully it will be here in the next couple of days. If we have a repeater in here, maybe we won't have any problems, even though I haven't seen it on my end today. So y'all have a good day, and I think we're going to end the show with one of my favorite songs. And let this be a song that you live by. Be a good day doer. If we all were good day doers, this world would be a better place.
Standing there, sad look in his eye. The kids ran to the playground, but each one passed him by.
Please share.
He was just a new kid here, but then I saw his face. My mama's words raced through my mind. It was like I heard her say, be a good deed doer and do it every day. One kind deed will go so far to make this world a better place. Be a good deed doer and you may be surprised. Doing good to others makes you feel so good inside. Slowly I walked up to him. I said, what's your name? His eyes began to sparkle and a smile crossed his face. He's not a stranger anymore. Now he is my friend. My life has been better. All because my mama said, be a good deed doer and do it every day. One kind deed will go so far to make this world a better place. Be a good deed doer and you may be surprised. Doing good to others makes you feel so good inside. It makes you feel so good inside. Makes you feel,
I feel
makes
good.
you feel,
So good.
makes you feel, it makes you feel so good inside. It makes you feel. feel. It makes you feel so good inside. Makes you feel. Makes you feel. Makes you feel. It makes you feel so good inside. Feel good jingle into every day. One kind jingle goes so far and makes us feel better babies. Feel good jingle and you may be surprised. Do that good to others. Makes you feel so good inside. Feel good jingle into every day. One jingle goes so far and makes us feel better babies. Feel good jingle and you may be surprised. Do that good to others. Makes you feel so good inside.
Okay, folks. Y'all have a great day. I will see you at 3 o'clock. Get some stuff done.